Hi, I'm Angelica and this is my reflection video on my video blog. So the first question here is, what was the specific purpose of the speech project? Think in terms of the goals of the speech project. The purpose of the speech project was to practice our speaking skills when it comes to informing others on a specific topic. Often the audience or the people you are informing tend to doze off or do not pay close attention to you as you are directing them on what to do. You want to make yourself sound as interesting as possible to make your speech easy to follow. And I think it was a great outlook on what the rest of the course is going to be like as far as giving our speeches and getting to view each other's ideas. The second question was, how did you feel going into the speech? Why? Well, I practiced my speech throughout the week and tried to figure out what I wanted to say. At first, I was feeling great about this speech because it was a short, fun, easy speech to do. But as soon as I started to record, I got really nervous. The biggest thing for me was not to mix up my words. Otherwise, I felt confident because I knew what I wanted to talk about, and I had previously recorded myself and made a few changes just by watching the videos that I recorded before. The third question was, did you experience speaker anxiety? Why? What could you do to reduce speaker anxiety next time you give a presentation? Overall, I did experience some speaker anxiety, not as much as I would have if I would go up in front of a crowd though. Knowing that I did not have people looking at me and watching every move I made eased my anxiety. To get rid of anxiety, I think it is best to practice your speech over and over and to become confident of what you want to say so that way your speech, they can tell that you are confident about giving your speech. And that way it's easier for you to give it if you feel confident. The fourth question was your technology adequately prepared? What could be done differently or better? My technology was great. The only problem that I had was that it took a while to upload on YouTube, and that can be fixed by better internet connection. The fifth question was, in terms of structure and organization, what element felt natural to you? What element felt odd? The element that felt natural to me was the transitions. I could easily walk my audience through the process of how to bathe your dogs, such as using the words next, first, and so forth. The part that felt odd was the conclusion. After I had already explained how to bathe the dog, it felt weird to me to go over the steps again, almost as if I was giving the speech twice. However, I do understand that repetition is key and reviewing what you talked about is important. But just as being a speaker, it felt odd to talk about the same thing twice, but just briefly the second time. Number 6. How did you consider your audience when developing your speech? I considered my audience to have knowledge on how to bathe a dog because it is a simple procedure, but those who are new to it could have learned a few new things. 7. What did you do in your speech that worked? What didn't work? In my speech, I used my dog as a prop, and I thought that went smoothly because he wasn't a distraction and he stayed put and he was quiet for most of the time. The things that I could have improved, maybe I could have cited some sources or used oral citation on where I got most of my information from. Most of it was through my knowledge, but I could still cite a credible source, that way my audience knows that what I'm telling them is true. And number 8, and that was to include at least one specific chapter with a page number about experiences to the class readings. On chapter 6, it talked about credible information. It is hard to find credible information depending on what your topic is. You might have to do research to make sure that your resource is credible and reliable. The last thing you'd want to do is give your audience false or misleading information. In order to give an excellent speech, you want something strong to be your base, so that you can inform your audience and know that what you are telling them is true. You could gain confidence and give a successful speech just by doing that. And that would include my reflection for my video blog. Thank you for listening.